Hey everybody, Chris here. While we have a new Bitcoin all-time high, we have a notable surge for Dogecoin as well. We're going to talk all about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we were watching live on Wednesday while Bitcoin was hitting yet another all-time high, and it continued again last night. But Dogecoin continues to outperform Bitcoin when we're in the green. That's right. That is what we see with Doge and other alts as well. Is this the beginning of altcoin season? Is Bitcoin dominance going to start going down? Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts and the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and Dogecoin is over 24 cents. We've been watching this elongated bull flag here on the 4-hour chart, and Doge has finally broken out of the bull flag, and the bull flag does point to about 29 cents or so for this move if it follows the pattern. That would be up to 29 cent Dogecoin. As we go to the daily and zoom out, we're gonna stay zoomed out a little into the bigger picture as we look at our charts today in how Dogecoin is trading. Again, back to November when there was the Trump election and Elon and Doge, Department of Government Efficiency thing, all of the hype around that as Doge did come up to this cycle high of 48 cents. Then we had the whole Trump tariff nonsense and big sell-off. Many people saying bear market, right? The bull is over. But I have been very consistent about, no, this is a pullback in a larger bull market scenario, very reminiscent of 2017, so acting more like a 2017 cycle than a 2021 cycle. And now everybody's starting to jump back on the bandwagon, while Chris has been very consistent about that. Where are all the bears now? I mean, you zoom out and you go like, yeah, Doge was still down from where it was, while Bitcoin has exceeded where it was back in November, December of 2024. All of that is true, but from this point where we are right now, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be allocated? That's the question, because, you know, a lot of people have been sidelined, right, waiting for something, and now you're going to, like, deploy your capital. You're going to buy some crypto. What are you buying? Are you buying Bitcoin at $111,000 at an all-time high? Or are you going to buy Dogecoin down here at 24 cents, where you double just to get back to where it was back here in early December at 48 cents? That's doubling your value just to get back to where it was, where Bitcoin is in price discovery. Now, is Bitcoin's price discovery going to outperform Dogecoin? What we haven't seen is, we haven't seen the big green candles where Bitcoin outperforms Doge. We haven't seen that. So as we zoom back in on the bull flag here and the breakout, the chart looks very good for Dogecoin. Bitcoin obviously in price discovery. And then of course here, as predicted, we have the golden cross. That's the 50-day moving average in blue here, crossing over the white, which is the 200. We've been watching this for over a week now, as I've been letting you guys know this is coming. Well, here it is. We got it today. The Bitcoin golden cross doesn't mean anything about how it's going to trade in the future, though. It is just looking at how the past trading has gone, and it is in an uptrend as we are still in an overall bull market. So that's where we start. Bitcoin shatters $110,000, XRP, Doge, Ethereum surge. The bulls emerge victorious. That's right, the global cryptocurrency market capitalization itself is up 4% to $3.5 trillion, continuing to grow. And something Bitcoin's going to go to 180. I mean, we've seen 150 to 250 to 500,000, like all these predictions. Dogecoin chart, some say, maybe a breakout to 31 cents. Again, I'm targeting 29 right now. 31, 35 would be resistance levels, a little bit higher. than that. So, trader tardigrade, the Bitcoin battle line, and I've got that in bigger here. This battle line here, like 93.5, right? And we experienced that, right? December, January, February, the bulls win, right? Bitcoin was trading very well until the big tariff thing and Liberation Day and all that. So the bears were winning then, right? We saw that decline, the decline in Bitcoin down to $75,000, $76,000, down in there. Great buying opportunity, but now the bulls are winning and the bulls are now totally in control of that. So that's the blown up chart on that, while Ali is saying, look, Dogecoin appears to be breaking out of a bull pennant, which suggests a target of 31 cents for Ali's saying 31 cents up to a certain fib line that he's got drawn here. That's what he's looking at. Gel's looking at Solana and how Solana will rally. So ETH as well. So a lot of talk about different alts as we go forward, but Bitcoin setting new price records, and Dogecoin is experiencing a notable surge in value. Notable surge in value here for Dogecoin. These movements reflect investors' growing interest in digital assets amidst changing global economic conditions. In other words, we've got new money coming into the crypto market. That is finally happened. We've been waiting for that. Now Bitcoin hits all-time high. Now, some other people, investors, are like, hey, maybe I should buy some crypto now. So Bitcoin reached an all-time high at 109.5, and then later 110, and later 111. Bitcoin price surge. Several factors, including inflow of funds into Bitcoin ETFs. A lot in the ETFs, which is why I think the Dogecoin ETFs, these exchange-traded funds, why that's going to be such a big thing for Dogecoin. And again, I don't think that's going to happen until early fall sometime, so we've got a bit of ways to wait for that. But President Trump easing the trade war rhetoric, and that leads to a risk appetite for digital assets. So while Bitcoin is setting new records, Dogecoin is performing even more impressively with daily price gains that surpass Bitcoin. In the last 30 days, Doge saw an increase of almost 44%, up to 24 cents. This rise comes despite pending decision by the US SEC regarding the Doge-based ETF proposal. Now there was Grayscale, Bitwise, now 21 shares. We had the Rex Osprey one. So there's 4 of them out there. Again, all of that is going to happen, and we just have to be patient and wait for that. But that doesn't stop Dogecoin still from outperforming Bitcoin. As we've seen, and as I've been saying, when we see those green candles, that is what happens. Crypto Rover is like, look, Bitcoin is in uncharted territory now. Congratulations to everyone who didn't sell the lows. Remember all the fear down here? We had a lot of bears in the live streams, right? Oh, Dogecoin's going to 10 cents. Dogecoin's going to 2 cents. Dogecoin's dead, like all of that narrative. But I was very consistent that, nope, this is fear of tariffs and what tariffs might do. We've even seen Chappelle and the Fed, like, not lowering interest rates because of the fear, right? The unknown of what the impact of tariffs are going to have on unemployment, what they're going to have on inflation. And it's like, it's a big nothing burger in the end. Bitcoin buyers get it. Bitcoin's now in price discovery. As we saw, the bulls totally in control. And again, in the green candles, not only does Dogecoin outperform Bitcoin, but so do other alts. And we start to see Bitcoin dominance start to head down. Is that going to be the next big move? It's going to be alts outperforming Bitcoin consistently, and not this just turning around. And that's going to depend on whether the market is going to continue up or is it going to go down. If the whole market goes down, Bitcoin dominance will turn around and go back up because alts will fall harder than Bitcoin. That has been the narrative. We've seen that over the past 2 years. In fact, that is what has happened. as we've seen each of these different dumps in the market, the alts always dump harder. But Dogecoin matches Bitcoin's growth. The big breakout, still uncertain. That is still out there. Again, Dogecoin will need its own catalyst to do that. But can Dogecoin hit a new all-time high itself, like Bitcoin has? It's got a lot further to go. 73-cent Dogecoin was its all-time high back in 2021, and we can explore all of that in more detail in my next live stream, which will be Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. Make sure you're subscribed, you got your notifications turned on, join in on the live. We do a lot of these comparisons of Bitcoin versus alts. We look at ETH, we look at Solana, we look at XRP. That's all the bigger narrative. And I know there's all the Bitcoin maxis out there that don't care about the other alts. And even if the Bitcoin conference next week in Las Vegas, I'll be there representing Dogecoin. But I'll be learning about Bitcoin too, and all the Bitcoin maxis and all that. That's going to be fun next week. But for now, we'll be watching that Dogecoin bull pennant breakout. Targets a 29% rally to 31. Yes, and again, that's Ali pointing up to 31 there. And he's basically looking at not only the rally here breaking out of the bull flag, but also looking at the fib lines, and he's looking at a 1.414 Fibonacci extension. That's good, and other people talk about other fib lines. So this guy Chad, he's got another fib line here of a 0.618 Fibonacci level at 20. You can make these fib lines say whatever you want them to say. The price is going to be the price. And Kaleo just says, look, don't sleep on Doge. Don't sleep on Doge. Because we look back in the past, in the 4-year cycles, and we've had this. I mean, look at the setup in 2017. Big run-up, big pullback, next big run-up. Now in 2021, that was compressed a little more. Again, this is on a logarithmic scale. Big run-up, pullback, giant run-up, and here we are, big run-up, pullback. Again, more like 2017. This might be the next move. Again, he's taking this whole thing from 2021. I think he needs to look at the 2017 one as his fractal here. But you get the picture. This is the potential that Dogecoin has, where Dogecoin can completely outperform not only Bitcoin, but the rest of the crypto market and lead altcoin season. So that's what is happening. But the notable surge right now is the breakout of the bull flag that is happening. And we'll see whether that continues. So leave a comment below. What do you guys think about this surge and Dogecoin's big move here, even with Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high? Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.